Hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Welcome to another day in Azeroth, and thank you all very much for joining me today. Happy 4th of July, if you're into that. Happy Saturday, if you're not. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Wayne, Dragonsbane, Larry, Chaos, Scars, Towan, Shane, Monica. Welcome everybody. We have mail from the auction house. You know what I miss? I miss the Zandalari buff. And getting it every time I'm in Stranglethorn nonstop. I miss that. One gold, 43 silver for the Grave Moss. Okay. And then we sold the blue crossbow for 17 gold, 24 silver. Yep, that works for me. That brings us back up to 73 gold, which is okay. Alright, what are we going to work on today? Tigers, panthers, everything we have going on right now happens in the northern part of the zone. I think I have everything I need. We got food, we have bag space. We don't have the ribbon pull. Let's make the run. It's quite a run to go get to the ribbon pull and get that going. Oh, you know what? Let's also put ourselves in the queue. Excuse me, my voice totally works today. Let's put ourselves in the queue. We're gonna do armory. Maybe. I kind of don't mind the idea of going in as tank or DPS. We've been seeing a lot of tanks coming into the queue. I'm gonna go tank or DPS. Now that we actually have Berserker Stance and we have Whirlwind. That wouldn't be so bad. Lots of DPS in here today. Only a couple tanks and one healer. We'll see if anybody has the motivation to get that going. I have willingness, but I don't have a lot of motivation. Does TBC have an auto dungeon finder? No. Unfortunately, it does not. Much to our chagrin. Shane, you want to do armory? What level are you? $40. 40's not going to break the XP and armory, is it? It's level 38 mobs, right? Yeah, if you want to go along, toss me an invite. We'll have to find heals and deeps. We'll keep an eye out for heals. I don't really feel like I need to fill DPS until we have heals. Alright, so I'm looking around and I'm seeing a lot of sleeping bruisers. If these bruisers are sleeping, does that mean, like, if we were on a PvP server, we could fight here without the guards jumping us? Yeah, every single person who's, like, a guard seems to be snoozing. And I wonder if that's gameplay on a PvP server. Like, right now on a PvP server, is it like a free-for-all, like, battle happening in Booty Bay? Interesting.
Talk to me. Off with you.
For now, let's fly up to the rebel camp. I don't know if I'd rush back. I don't know how long it's going to take to find heals. I guess in reality, most healers don't need anything from Armory. Kind of in the same way that tanks don't really need anything from Library. If they were to add some bosses and diversify the loot tables a little bit, then you'd probably have more healers queuing up for Armory, and you have more tanks and DPS queuing up for Library. But you'd have to put something worthwhile on the loot tables for everybody. It's a queue full of DPS for sure, yeah. Carrie, welcome to the stream. Good morning to you, and thanks for joining us. Oh, there we go. Alright. Let's see. Well, there you have it, chat. A full group. We have a warlock, a druid, a hunter, a mage, and yours truly. It's a pretty well-rounded group. I like the colors. Now, let's see if we're gonna have to make the run to go summon. Let's have a look at the map. Where do we have people? Let's see. If we have anybody anywhere nearby. No. I see Druid. I see a couple of people in Stormwind City. We got people in Stormwind. We have a mage in Duskwood. We have ourselves in Stranglethorn, and yeah. I mean, no one's close. Also, I think I forgot to update my add-ons. Yeah, these are out of date. The hunter is there? Oh, good. Oh, so we have one person there. Well, that's better than having nobody there. I don't think I'm going to be the one that makes the run. I think we have people closer, because we have a couple of people in Stormwind City. So I'm assuming they could just jump the tram, go to Ironforge, and if they have to, fly to South Shore, and then run across the lake. I guess would be the fastest approach. We're going to be behind that. So we'll just let the people that are nearby figure it out. And if we don't figure it out eventually, then we'll just kick some people and we'll replace them. They should do something like what I did. Like, look at the map, like, are you the closest person? If you're one of the closest people, then you head to the stone. If you're not, then you probably just keep doing what you're doing. This guy's like, I am at the stone. Be like, and we appreciate that, but we need one more. I'll put a smiley. I find that on the internet, a smiley takes the sting out of anything. Wild Steelbloom. I need Wild Steelbloom. And Goldthorn, but we haven't seen any Goldthorn yet. At least I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Goldthorn and Fadeleaf. Haven't seen any of that. And we need it for basically everything. So this will be it for Panthers. We're done with the Raptors. We need Tigers. We haven't gotten any Tigers yet. It's been all Panthers all day long. Let's take a look at the map and see if anybody is indeed traveling. Well? Not really. We have the Druid still in Stormwind. He hasn't moved. He's at the flight point, though. The Mage is hanging out in Duskwood. The Hunter's at the Stone. And Shane, you're in Kalimdor. I could kick the Mage and the Druid. And we could find a healer and a DPS, and maybe they'll be closer to the Stone. Or maybe they'll be close enough to feel like they can make the run. If you get to the Stone before any of these people, I'm probably going to kick them in frustration. So for you to even head to the Stone is kind of pointless. Because if I have people much closer to the stone and they're not going to the stone, I'd rather just kick them. That's kind of how I feel about it. I can't even check the browser without an empty group. Here we go. Yeah. We try again. The healer disappears. Okay. Okay. Did he say anything? He didn't say anything. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if this works any better. Do I need life root anymore at all? Because I feel like I collected a lot of life root at one point. I don't think I ever really used it. We were using it for greater healing potions, and that was basically it. And I still get skill ups off of it. Yes, we can. Potentially. The priest is in the wetlands. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. A lot of people just like hang out in Elwyn Forest. The rogues in Elwyn Forest, the pallies in Stormwind City. Oh God. They just need to give the Alliance a teleport. Yeah, just give us a teleport to the Bulwark or something. I don't know. It's almost like I just want to be teleported to the dungeon so we can all do the content that we want, and then we can finish doing the content that we can go our separate ways. This crazy system they could have that just kind of gets us together and takes us there, and then we get to do the content. So I just don't think that trying to convince people to head out there is content. Neither is like playing the game of chicken where we see like who moves first. Like who's gonna head to the stone? Anybody? Maybe if I play chicken long enough, somebody else will go. You wonder if the healer can support your Hellfire use. That's a personal conversation that you're going to have with your healer. I have no idea. If somebody asked me that, I would tell them to get bent. But, you know, I love healing warlocks. I don't know. I'd say definitely ask him verbally before finding out physically. Because he just might not heal you. That's what I do. When I see warlocks blowing themselves up, I just don't give them a heal. I figure they'll figure out, you know, what they got to do to stay alive. And we all know that it's really good damage, you know. But yeah, it's damage at the expense of the healer's mana. I wonder when they change Hellfire. I'm sure they changed it eventually. Like, when does Hellfire go away or stop damaging the caster? Warlocks stopped taking damage from Hellfire in the Legion expansion. Oh god. Eventually, in Battle for Azeroth, Hellfire was pruned and removed completely. So it was a crap ability all the way to Legion. In Legion, they were like, let's get rid of the self-damage part. And they probably nerfed it at the same time. And then by BFA, they were like, let's get rid of this ability completely.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
How are ya? Watch your back. See you soon.
Nice, that's level 36. Oh yeah, we didn't have Whirlwind. 36 is when we get Whirlwind. Berserker Rage, Whirlwind, and Mocking Blow rank 3. We're good on that for now. Like, I don't need that to tank. It's not really crucial for me to have it to tank, obviously. So I'm not going to run back for it. Looking at our talent points. Nothing's looking super appealing. I'm going to keep putting points into Heroic Strike for now. Until we can get down to Mortal Strike or something. I don't know what else. If anything else, I can probably put some points into Iron Will. Just, you know, that'll help us casually, passively. Maybe I should empty my bags.
You need something?
We don't need the life root anymore. I don't think I need raptor eggs anymore. The turtle meat we can keep. I'm stashing it in the bank for when this is not capped out anymore. But right now we're not going to cook any of it.
Be careful.
Well, I think most healers feel like they want to keep everybody alive, but with the Warlock's ability, when they're damaging themselves so they can do more DPS, you as a healer can't just irresponsibly, like, spam them and keep them alive, because if I blow all my mana trying to top off a Warlock who's killing himself with Hellfire to make his damage numbers look good, and then I let my tank slip, or I let somebody else die, or I let myself die, then how am I looking? So no, I see those abilities, like, you know how, like, if you're gonna drain life to get mana back, you drain your life to get mana back. Don't expect me to use my mana to give you your life back. You chose that instead of drinking for a second, you were gonna tap down your HP, you were gonna convert it into mana, you were gonna go right into the next pull like that. So you're gonna go right into the next pull like that. I'm not gonna sit and drink more, because I have to blow a big heal on you every pull, because you want to keep DPSing. That's not my job as a healer. So for Warlocks, I make a very special couple of exceptions. And so if a Warlock is taking damage from an enemy, absolutely they're going to get healed, no question. If a Warlock is damaging themselves, they're going to have to deal with that themselves. I'm not going to fix that for them. And as the healer, that's, in my mind, that's absolutely not my job. they have those tools, they are useful, and they have their uses. But I don't believe they should be spammed in 5-man content at the expense of the healer's water and mana. That's just my take, but I've been known to have shit takes. Do we have anyone near the stone? Am I going to get a summon sooner or later? It looks like later. Well, no, Shane, I can't believe you got there before anybody else still. Unreal. Unreal. Okay. We'll just run around and kill some tigers, maybe. Dream It, welcome to the stream. Happy 4th. Thanks for joining us. Shane, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad it's feeling better. What kind of loadout am I going to use in the dungeon? I'm probably going to use the shield. And maybe we'll use the fist weapon. I don't know how that's going to work. I feel like it's a really fast weapon. I don't know if that's good for tanking. It doesn't seem like it would be. But we'll try it. If that doesn't work, we have swords, we have axes, we have maces. Pretty good timing. We just got 10 out of 10 for these tigers. Nice. This weapon plus the shield is odd looking. Well, think about like Captain America. Like he often just punches people and has a shield. It's kind of why I like it. Saying you forgot to toss your flower in the fire. Yeah, my buffs are not going to last till the end of the dungeon, I don't think. I got 27 minutes on mine. Maybe it lasts, I don't know. I like how when I just pull one guy, like everybody feels like they're shocked. Like nobody does anything at first. They're like, he pulled one guy. There's more guys coming, right? It's like, no, it's just the one guy. He was an easy pull, so yeah, I just pulled the one guy, just like I'm gonna pull this one. Like sometimes if it's an easy one pull, I just can't help myself. I just pull the one mob. Let's kill the one mob. I know it's really weird nowadays to kill one mob, but sometimes it's okay. See, look at that. We got a second one. Everybody feels instantly relieved. Yeah, I don't know if we're hitting enough. Maybe I ought to go axe fist. Maybe I ought to do that. Yeah, but you know what? I don't have points anymore in dual wield spec. Oh boy. Okay, let's try this. We're gonna figure out something that works. Wow, look at that. Chesterfall musket. Level 28 equipped gun, 64 top end, 21.3 DPS. Ooh, I mean, oh my god. It's like, we played the Blood Elf Paladin and the Blood Elf Hunter, and all the weapons are so tiny. Even the guns were tiny. This thing's enormous. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently the Hunter's gonna roll on that. Somebody rolled on it. The Rogue rolled on it? I don't know how I feel about a Rogue rolling on a BOE blue gun that doesn't have any stats. Starlord, good morning to you and welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. Starlord, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That is very kind of you, and I really appreciate the support. Welcome to the 5 new people. Thank you guys very much for hanging out as we play some Classic. Ooh, 10 strength and 3 stamina. That's 4 more strength, but I lose 3 stam. I mean, I'm kind of okay with that, actually. I am gonna equip that right now. Well, I didn't think we'd make it to the end with our buffs, but we did. Another BOE. This one's a one-handed agility stamina axe. I'm positive that the rogue is going to take this one as well. I mean, to be fair, it would be a decent rogue axe. I don't even know if rogues can equip axes. Let's see, we have all greeds. Oh, the rogue went offline. Oh, that's a bummer. Whoops. I must have slipped. Maybe he's taking that bow that, or that gun that he rolled on. Maybe he's gonna go re-roll a hunter. If I were him, that's what I would do.
I've been waiting for a challenge. Blades are right.
there you have it. The first of many Raging Berserker's helms. Level 37 equip, 13 strength, 8 stamina. I mean, we might as well do it again. I'm gonna run it one more time, if you want to come along, Shane. I feel like after all the traveling and all the time it took to get the group out here, we might as well do it twice. As Alliance, it always feels like a waste to come out and do one Scarlet Monastery dungeon. I think we spent more time putting the group together and then, you know, you guys getting to the stone than we did actually in the instance. Not a really awesome ratio. I'll remember to reset the instance once everyone's out. I'm not grabbing either one of these warriors. I'm gonna wait for something. I could take another hunter. I don't think that's gonna interfere with the hunter's loot. There is no loot for hunter, so if hunter stays, hunter should be okay with other hunter. So let's see. Alright, and now we go summon. Alright, back in we go. It should be reset. I'll click it one more time just to make sure. Thomas, thanks for joining us today. Sorry I missed you there somehow. Hope you have a good weekend too. Valnencio, welcome to the stream, buddy. You missed everything so far. But you're here now, and that's what matters. We just finished up Armory Run number 1 and got a helmet. And apparently we won this BOE axe. BOE one-hand axe, level 33 equipped, 3 agility, 8 stamina. I don't know, like, I guess maybe I could sell it. I'm trying to think what kind of character would use it. A hunter. A hunter would use it, I suppose. Well, we'll see how much it is going to sell for. Oh, hi there. Should a tank use a slow or a fast weapon? That's a really good question. Chat, what do you think? Should a tank use a fast weapon or a slow weapon? Because I've been struggling with this too. I have this really fast one-hander, but when I try to sword and board with it, it seems like it sucks. I can't really put my finger on why. And then I have a sword that's a bit slower, and I've been using that instead. So I don't know. But it's a really good question. Those are an upgrade for me, and I'm not going to be ashamed to roll need on them and put them on my feet. It would be really cool if he dropped the axe. I kinda respect arms, thinking we'd get it, so fingers crossed. We got the shoulders. Okay. Well, I'll roll on the shoulders against the pally. I guess I would have been rolling on the axe. There we go. So we got the helm, we got the shoulders, we did not get the axe. But we had a good time, and the groups were nice. Shane, thanks for coming along for these. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think 2 is good for me for now. Maybe we'll do more later, maybe we'll do another one tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna hearth out. And then we can't equip either of those until level 37, I think. Pretty sure it was 37. Yep. And then after that, you know, 3 levels later, we're going to be using plate. So it's like they're good items, but they kind of stick us into chainmail for a while. Alright. Let's see. Firstly, now I don't really know what I want to do with my spec. Because I was running arms for a while to level up our two-handers. How is that going? Two-handed maces is really low. I don't have a two-handed mace. So maybe I ought to go buy a two-handed mace. Axes are okay, swords are okay, and maces are really far behind. I'm going to go to Stormwind really fast. And we'll check the auction house for a two-handed mace. Doesn't have to be spectacular, just something relatively decent.
What's on your mind?
I'm gonna go AFK for 1 minute here in flight. I will be back. All right. Two-handed mace. Two-handed mace and warrior training. We hit level 36, so we should be able to get whirlwind. Alright, there she is, Sequoia Branch of the Bear, two-handed mace, 132 top end, 11 strength, 11 stamina, 3 gold. Is pretty good. What's it look like? Oh, okay, well that's good. I'll take it.
Hello. Safe travels.
Is there anything else we want to do in Stormwind? I don't know if we need to do any alchemy stuff. Oh, we have lag though. Nothing like a little lag in Stormwind. Except this is YouTube lag. Fun times. Sorry guys, looks like we have a little bit of lag affecting the stream. I'm gonna lower my bitrate down to 10,000 and see if that evens her out, as it sometimes does. When YouTube is really busy, it doesn't like me streaming in a higher bitrate. Most of the time it leaves me alone. But then every once in a while there will be lag and it'll be like, oh, you should use the recommended bitrate. I'm like, oh, the recommended bitrate is garbage though. So that's where we're at. We'll see if it helps the lag at all. Indy, good morning, man. Welcome to the stream. You got your epic ground mount today. That's awesome. Congrats. Alright, back to Booty Bay we go. Actually, we could just fly over to the rebel camp. That's where we'll go.
Well met. Light.
It looks like we've opened up Uldaman. Uldaman looks like the same exact level range now as Cathedral. So maybe we can do that around like level 38 or 39. Probably not anytime really soon. But maybe soon with a capital S. Let's go turn in the Tiger quest we completed before the dungeon started, and then we'll start the next round of kill quest. We'll go after some blood scalp ears. And then we need crocodile skins. We need jewels from the goblins. Just go work on a bunch of stuff. Wherever there are mobs to kill.
Need help? Have a good one.
It's gonna be a minute until we get this skilled up to where we can actually hit. Ren's a bad ability. Oh, I know. Ren's bad. I know. Thank you. I know. I know Ren's the worst ability in the game. I got it. I appreciate it. Now watch me as I spam Ren for skill ups. It turns out Rend might not be useless after all. It's almost like while I'm leveling up a weapon like I'm doing right now, That rend is my single most useful ability. That's so weird. We can grab this tablet from here while the area has been cleared out. Shane, there's not a helmet that's good for you? I thought there was a good caster helmet in there. Startup 4928. It's a really great time to start playing WoW right now. Especially, well, any version of WoW, but especially Classic. If you're going to play Classic right now, come play TBC on the Anniversary Realms. But yeah, no matter what version of WoW you like, it's a really good time to play again. Alright, well this is not working. Well, that helped out a lot actually. That was very useful. This weapon is hitting for garbage. 152 out of 180. Ugh. Okay. I don't really know like all that they changed in TBC from vanilla. But two-handed? Like two-handed does not feel as good as it felt in vanilla. Like I keep trying to come back to two-handed weapons. It just doesn't really feel like it used to. I don't know why. Yeah, but you don't really want to do Fury. I mean, I don't want to argue about it, but the internet says you don't really do Fury until Outland. That's what the collected wisdom of the internet says, that Fury in TBC content is, like, the best. But it's talking about, like, in TBC content. Like, maybe you could say once you go through the Dark Portal, then you can go Fury and the itemization works out. It feels okay anyway. Like, we've leveled up a bit as Fury, we've leveled up a little bit as Arms. Like, Fury feels okay leveling up, Arms feels okay. Neither one of them feels incredibly strong, but, you know, my weapons are mediocre, so that probably has a lot to do with it. Well, at the beginning of that pull, we had the fire buff. And then suddenly we didn't. Obviously, there's no way this happens without superpowers. So, yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Do I need a sword? No, I don't need any swords. I tried to equip my fist weapon, but maybe that didn't happen. Well, there we go. Now we got it. But I certainly don't need a sword. Weapons of some kind would have helped, but no, I was really counting on... I had the fire buff there, and I was like, well, I'll take advantage of this awesome buff. And then it was gone. You know, as so often happens. That was it. That was never going to work out without the buff. You know what? I feel like we proc overpower way less in TBC. Maybe that's what's going on. Did they make a change to overpower? I just feel like it hardly ever pops. In my memories of overpower, it procs all the time. On this character, it has not. No, it didn't change. I don't know. Dante, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. Well that's nice. You know, when we need Sindal, we can never get her to spawn. But now we definitely don't need it, and here it is attacking us. This guy comes with a couple ads, does he not? I hope he doesn't. Otherwise, we're probably about to get killed. Okay, good. Yeah, I thought he summoned ads during the fight. I guess not. Well, that was something. How did the retail stream go? Well, I had a good time. I mean, as far as like, how did it do? I don't know. From a numbers standpoint, probably not very good. And there's not really a lot of people that want to watch me play retail, and I'm okay with that. You know, and I played then, and it's like the same thing. Like, I've yet to want to log back in. I had a really good time. And I just haven't gotten the itch to log back in yet. I'm just gonna keep, like, anytime I get the urge to play, I'll play. You know, I'll do an evening stream whenever I get the urge. It's just that it appears that the urge is gonna be, like, infrequent. Which I think is great, actually. I think I understand enough now of, like, what I like to do and how to do the activities I like that I can play here and there, and I'm gonna know what's going on when I log in. You know, I'm not gonna be completely lost. I've also played a little bit in my own time. Like, I've done a couple delves just off stream in my own time, because it only takes, like, you know, 25-35 minutes to do a delve. It's a good thing to pop on and just knock one out. Have I ever tried clearing an entire zone of its quest, even if I outlevel it? No, I've never arbitrarily tried to do that. I might have accomplished that at some point, like, organically in some zones, because in some zones, especially in vanilla, like, you have to do everything you can. But no, I've never methodically said I'm gonna do every single quest no matter what. the great thing about retail right now is like the only thing that interests me is the content itself. Like I have no motivations to get anything in retail. Like I don't really care about getting gear. I don't really care about getting cosmetics. I don't care about housing at all. So it's like when I play it, it's for like the pure sake of playing the content. And so in that way, it doesn't make me feel like I have to log in ever. It just makes me feel like when you get the urge to do a delve, you should come do a delve. And I like that feeling. Because yeah, I don't have any... My gear is pretty decent. You know, I got all my gear naturally. I'm not fighting this person's mob. I don't know where this mob came from, but... I'm gonna drop it back onto them, hopefully. But yeah, that part of it's been good, you know? And I can tell that, like, in a day or two, I'll probably get the urge to get on and do some prey. You know, but I think it's like a cooldown. And I just wait out the cooldown. Yeah, all my gear came from delves or the Great Vault, just like weekly Great Vault stuff. That's where I got, and I guess we must have got some gear from like some of the chests we opened for things like the prey hunts and some other stuff early on. But then eventually most of my stuff just came from delves in my Great Vault. The Nightmare Preys were really something else. That was a lot of fun, and it was very different than anything else in WoW. Like, I've never played something quite like that in WoW. Once it's on Nightmare, it becomes an entirely different piece of gameplay. Like, the core of it's still there, obviously. But the way it feels and the way you have to react to things drastically changes. It's crazy to think, like, that's such a cool piece of gameplay, but I wonder how many people that play the game and never do a Nightmare Delve. I mean, it took me until how long into the expansion to do them? Months and months. And it sucks. I wonder how many people have, like, never done it. People who've done the regular delves and they're like, ah, these are fine, but they're not for me. They're not really that interesting. Like, they might never try a Nightmare Delve. Or a Nightmare Hunt. And that's where the hunts get really interesting, is when you have to worry about, like, all those other things happening. Your ghost coming at you, you know, the person's ambushing you non-stop. Yeah, it was a blast. I think maybe Prey needs some different reward tracks, though, because Prey seems to mainly be for cosmetics. Aside from early on, like, you get the chests and stuff that you can pop open from them, and sometimes that has loot, but as you get better loot, those stop giving you loot. Like, you're not going to need those chests. And then at that point, it seems you're mainly doing Prey for the cosmetic vendor. Which is fine, like, we got a really cool cosmetic set out of it, but... maybe stuff like that could have actual, like, gear track. The way you can do delves for gear, and you can, like, gear up exclusively through delves. Like, maybe something like Prey, like the Nightmare Preys, maybe they could have their own gearing track for actual gear. Retail's much more fun when you have people to play with and aren't antisocial. I mean, you're allowed to feel that way. I have fun doing the things that I do. That's why the game has solo content for people like me. I enjoy a good 5-man here and there, but I got no urge to be in a guild. I don't really care about making friends online. And I don't really want to raid. So, you know, I'm happy that there's solo content. But, you know, to each their own.
Can I help you? Farewell. Be careful.
Now we have the quest for Sindel. Now we probably never will see Sindel again after getting jumped by her the one time. Wow, I'm actually really shocked. I didn't think we were going to find him alive. He was just patiently waiting for us to show up. It's very nice of him. Well, keep in mind, not everybody wants to or needs to make friends online. That's all. And it's okay to want to make friends online. If you feel like, oh man, I need some friends, then you ought to go make some friends. However you want to do that. But not everybody feels that way or needs that. You know, surprisingly, Stranglethorn has not been a place with a lot of herbs. You know, you would look around Stranglethorn and you would think the opposite. But, maybe, I mean, maybe I'm missing them a lot, but I feel like we hardly ever come across herbs. Shane, you flew to Darnassus to train Warlock. I don't think the Night Elves appreciate that. It's gonna be tough to find a warlock trainer there. In fact, I don't even know if you were welcome inside the city, technically. Oh god. A level 36 Blood Elf Paladin and a level 36 Human Warrior. Who wins? I don't know, but I would really love to find out. I think the Paladin wins, but I think it's worth finding out. He bubbled. Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't have one of those. Here. I also got threat. Damn it. Shit. It's totally worth it. Oh god, now we run for our lives. I couldn't resist. But now we must flee. Oh damn. I think those might have been horde players. We gotta find a nice little shady spot to hide for the next 5 minutes. Like, right here seems good. Let's just chill here for a second. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious that we weren't gonna be able to take that guy, but it was fun. It was fun for a second. We need one more blood scalp ear. Ooh, murlocs. Oh no. Not murlocs. I mean, there's a high likelihood that I get attacked in turn within the next 4 minutes. It is Stranglethorn after all. Alright, there is 15 out of 15. We got Purple Lotus over here. Can I collect Purple Lotus? This might be the first Purple Lotus that I have seen. Lael, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Rhapsody, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Purple Lotus. Where is this thing? Oh, it's going to be in their little encampment. Okay. If I can get eyes on it, I can determine whether or not we can even pick it. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, that's orange. That's perfect. I don't know if we have any alchemy for it yet, but we can get skill ups. Speaking of skill ups, we're at 215 for Herbalism. So we're close to capping out. I don't need to go in there. Let's go turn in the Sindal quest. And we should probably vendor our junk. The Stream Sniper Discord. Oh yeah. I mean, we know it exists.
Looking for something specific?
That was hard confirmed. You know, maybe I ought to level bows. I've had this same crossbow equipped for the entire playthrough, and I don't know if maybe I ought to switch it out. And then again, I'm not going to have any skill with this. I should have just equipped that blue crossbow we got instead of selling it. I could have just equipped it. Didn't have any stats on it, but at least we can hit with it. I think that's basically all we can get rid of. Oh, we got a claw here. Raptor eggs I don't need. Tiger meat can go. Alright. That looks pretty good.
Farewell. Well met. See you around.
Alright, so what do we have left? We have Lashtail Raptors and Crocodile skins. Water Elemental Bracers out on the island. The Shadow Maw Panthers that are in stealth to the east. We've got a few tablets to get. We should also have one for blue stones off the goblins. Yeah, hostile takeover. Okay, so let's head over in this direction. We can do the Crocolisk, we can do hostile takeover. We might be able to do some Lashtail Raptors if we go far enough south for that. Classic Plus request. All auction houses have a mailbox. Yeah, the mailbox should be close to the auction house. They could even just have their own. Like the Orgrimmar mailbox is pretty close to the auction house. The Darnassus mailbox, not so much. I think the Darnassus mailbox is the most egregious one. I feel like every other capital city, the auction house is pretty close to the mailbox. Stormwind. Ironforge, yep, Ironforge right across the way. Even Thunderbluff, I think, like there's a mailbox, then there's like a small little auction house place. I think it's just Darnassus. You gotta run all the way down into that central part to get to the mailbox. Oh, look at this. We've got Fade Leaf over here in this direction. We've got Khadgar Whiskers in another direction. I absolutely do need these. I didn't know we were going to see Fade Leaf in Stranglethorn. Oh, Fade Leaf is already green. Oh, that's so crazy. I've never even picked any. It's already gone green. Okay, and then the Khadgar Whisker was down this way. By Wrath, there are mailboxes everywhere. Was it Wrath that put a bunch of mailboxes in? Yeah, we don't have to wait till Cata for mailboxes. That's cool. I mean, it's hard to argue about more mailboxes, you know? Oh, and there's Goldthorn out here too. Okay. Well, maybe the eastern side of Stranglethorn has more herbs that we need than the western side? Maybe that's what's going on? I don't mind more flight points. Yeah, like, I don't mind it. I would take more flight points over earlier mounts. Well, someone has murdered all of these goblins, and while I can't really blame them, I wish they had left some for us. King's Blood back here. I don't really need King's Blood anymore, but I'll go get it. It's still green, so potential skill ups. We have level 42 ogres back here, though. They're not elite anymore, but they're still level 42. So that's about as far as we can go in this direction. Alright, let's hunt some more Crocolisk while these guys respawn. Eags, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for being here. Happy Saturday and 4th of July to you. Maybe we should do some more armory today. Maybe I do really need the axe. It would be nice to have a really good blue two-handed weapon. Maybe that's what this warrior is missing. Just a really amazing blue. We can have fiery weapon enchanted onto it. I think I can afford fiery weapon. How many more runs would it take? Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in there we need. We have the helmet and the shoulders. But boy, would I love to have a blue two-hander. Something that packs a punch, you know? We have raptors over here. I think we can go after these too. While we're doing the crocolisk. Skin it? No, I can't. I'm not a skinner. I always hope there's a skinner following just behind me though. And we could go after the warrior axe. Oh god. I mean, I guess we could, but I'd rather just try to get the dungeon one to drop. At least that way, if I'm doing that, I'm grinding XP too. I don't think I've ever done the warrior weapon quest, and I don't really know if now is going to be the time that I do that. Well, maybe in Classic Plus they'll let us take more professions. Then everybody can be a skinner. No carcass left behind. I wonder if anybody's ever done the math on how many hours skinning adds to a playthrough. Like, how many pure hours, like when you skin everything, how many pure hours are you just skinning stuff? From click to loot. You just have to, like, track that time, multiply it by however many times you're gonna skin, and that's how many minutes. Probably a lot. Like, if you have skinning and you skin every single thing, it probably slows you down considerably. I felt that way a lot on the hunter. Like, I thought, like, well, man, this hunter is sure is fast, but I thought, you know, we'd be moving even more rapidly through fights if I didn't have to skin everything. Am I having fun on the Arms Warrior? Yeah, it's fun. It'd be more fun with a shiny new weapon. But it's good. Anything's fun on a warrior for me. Even if we're not doing, like, the most damage we could be. Shane, that's cool, man. It's awesome to see that tailoring is actually useful. You can craft yourself some actual gear that you're going to use. That's very cool. Dream it, you kind of wish professions weren't so complicated in retail. Maybe it's just you. Oh, my friend, it's not just you. No, when they redid the professions in retail, they went hard. They possibly cooked for too long. And now it's all cooked. No, I can't make heads or tails of it either. I don't, it's like, it's so much, like, it's not that I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I could read a guide or like watch some videos and it'd probably be easy enough to know exactly what I'm supposed to do. But I look at that stuff and I'm like, oh my god, I don't even want to look at it. It's all the menus and the different levels of stuff, and it's like, it's too much visual garbage. It doesn't even seem like it would be fun to engage with it at all. So like, I almost did Alchemy in Dragonflight, didn't do it. Almost did Alchemy again in War Within, didn't do it. And then this time going into Midnight, I knew I'm not touching professions. It's not worth it to even think about it. I'm hoping that, like, if not for Last Titan, then whatever comes after Last Titan, they need to do a complete overhaul. And just move it back to more like it was. Get rid of the talent trees and stuff from it. That stuff was a cool idea, but I think it just bloats the whole system. Get rid of the talent trees in it and all that other stuff, and just move it back to being a crafting system that anybody could pick up and start working with and make sense out of. I shouldn't have to watch a video or read a guide just to jump into some crafting and understand how I'm getting skill ups. Like, shouldn't have to. Nobody wants to, you know? I feel like that kind of system has to limit, like, drastically how many people engage with crafting. Alright, that's 10 out of 10 raptors. We need tumbled crystals. We still need basically all of our Crocodile skins. Somebody has been just ahead of us in the Crocodile murder. And we haven't found very many living ones. It looks like there's some across the way if we can get there before anybody else does. Oh, they aren't hard enough to understand. You just have to be smart enough to understand them. You know what? You're probably absolutely right. That's probably what it is. Absolutely. I'm glad you took like 15 minutes to type that. Ooh, Goldthorn. Definitely need that. Didn't need the King's Blood so much. Manifest, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Dream it, am I doing anything fun for the holiday? And we've been doing a bunch of fun stuff. We had family in town this last week. So we've done all kinds of stuff. I don't know what we're doing today specifically, if anything. Today might just be a chill day. Alright, there's 8 out of 8. Let's see if we can get the last 2 Crocodile skins. And I think these all turn in back in Booty Bay except for Raptor Mastery. We should probably check the level of the questing in Dustwallow Marsh pretty soon. Typically I think about going there at like 38. But let's have a quick look while I'm thinking about it. Apparently I don't get to see any detailed information about the quests. That's weird. Let's try to reload. Should definitely be able to see all the questing details. CNET, you too, man. Welcome to the stream and thanks for being here. Level 35 and level 35, level 35 again, level 35 and level 38, 40 and 39, 40 to 38, level 38. So like 38 seems to be a good starting point. The level 35 quest might be green, but then we'll be able to get into some of the higher level quests as well, so we'll hold off on that for a bit. One more Crocodile skin. CNET, thanks for the super chat. That is very kind of you. I really appreciate that. You too. Yeah, we've had lots of fun family times this last week. It has been a good week. There we go. That is 5 out of 5. Alright, let's run back to the hunting lodge. Let's turn in the raptor quest. And then we will hearth down to Booty Bay. Well, maybe we don't have to hearth. I mean, we might as well. It's not like we're saving our hearth for anything else. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do water elemental bracers. Although I don't really know if I'm ready to go out to that island. Those guys kind of beat on us last time we were there. Where else should I be questing right now? I feel like I'm missing some stuff. Maybe we need to go back to Hillsbrad. Maybe that's what it is. Let's see. Yeah, like we might have some more stuff to do back in Hillsbrad. Maybe that's what I should be thinking about. Yeah, we got Yeti for a cloak. Preserving knowledge. Syndicate Assassins is level 33. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna turn all of this stuff in, and then we'll put a pin in Stranglethorn for now. We'll go back to Hillsbrad, we'll finish up there. And then we'll either come back to Stranglethorn and finish Stranglethorn, or we'll go to Dustwallow for a bit. See how that works out. Purple Lotus. I want the Purple Lotus, but I think that area is full of Murlocs, isn't it? No, it's full of trolls. Okay, we can deal with trolls. We're gonna cap out on Herbalism soon. That's not good. I need to find out where I train that past 225. Let's see. Should just be, I guess, any major city. Okay. So we can get that done in Stormwind, actually. Because we were at 223 out of 225. I don't want to hit cap. Especially as we're getting into areas where we can finally get some higher level herbs.
You got my attention. Off with you. Safe travels.
Alright, let's hearth.
What's up? Talk to me. Glad I could help. Keep it real. Hurry back. Keep it real. Glad I could help.
And that is level 37.
What's up? Keep it real. Be good.
Alright, I'm gonna put us on a flight for South Shore. I think we're gonna head back out there and do some things. I am gonna go AFK for a second.
You got my attention.
Oh, that's a bit of a long flight. Oh boy. Is there not a faster way to get there? Oh, I don't like the flight. That's a long flight. I dislike that. Alright, I'm gonna go AFK for a minute and get some coffee. I will be right back. see we still have 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Ah, we can equip the helm and shoulders now. Or I should say the helm and shoulder. Because it's just the one side. Very large. I don't know how I feel about this shoulder piece. I feel like it's like clipping into the side of our neck. It's a little bit strange. Maybe it'll look different once we're not on a flag mount, but yeah. It's clipping like directly into our artery. Not exactly what you want to see in a piece of equipment. Yeah, that looks better. I guess it looks okay as long as we don't move. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let's pick up some of these other quests. Yeti fur cloak, we're gonna have to buy some stuff off the auction house.
Be careful.
Preserving knowledge, what is this?
What can I do for you?
5 recovered tomes and a worn leather book. Okay. These are the ogres up to the north, I think.
For the Alliance.
Take that one. Hints of a new plague takes us into the highlands.
Be careful. Light be with you.
And syndicate assassins kill 12 footpads and 8 thieves. Okay, we'll start with this one and the mountain lions. Pretty sure we can do those in a similar area. Last day for the spin thing? I think either today or tomorrow. It said February 5 was the last day, so I think we get it through tomorrow. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. I'm just happy that no matter what, it's going to be gone before we have another character in Outland. Because in Outland, with it like popping up and unpopping and popping back up like every 5 seconds, that was so distracting and immersion breaking, it was very bad. So at least it'll be over by then, you know? On a level 13 paladin, which seal is better, Crusader or Righteousness? I mean, they both do different things, and you can use them both if you want to. Because Crusader is going to increase holy damage done, and Righteousness is going to deal holy damage. So if you want to get the most DPS, you judge Crusader, and then you put on Righteousness. Then you can roll with Righteousness. If you're just going to do one of them, it's probably better just to do Righteousness. Because you're getting holy damage on swing. And Crusader is just making your holy damage more and your swing faster. But you know, play with it, see what feels better. All I do is Righteousness on my low level pallies. But as we know, like, sometimes I play classes the wrong way. So we can't really look at what I do as an indicator of what should be done. Yeah, if you want to maximize damage and drain all of your mana, then you do all of your seals. Yeah. But, you know, it gets tedious burning all of your mana every pull. And it's not like it's for a huge damage uptick. Oh, these are my guys, right? Oh, nice. Yeah, let's go check out the vendor. I'm sure we have some junk they can buy.
I got what you need. Glad I could help.
It looks like we have some kind of document up here on the table that begins a quest. So we're going to try to work our way to that. Shouldn't be too hard because it looks like somebody else has cleared part of this. Alright, 2 quests. Foreboding plans and an encrypted letter. Is that mob henchman Valak a quest mob? I think he is, but I think he's a quest mob for a horde quest. For some reason, when you're on the horde, he is not aggressive. You can attack him, but he's yellow. But even on the horde, I never figured out what to do with him. I never figured out how to make him be a quest mob, but he seemed like he was. On the Alliance side, I don't think he's anything. He doesn't have loot. He's not for a quest, but he's aggressive. I was gonna help that person out, but then I'm realizing now that I don't really have a lot of HP myself. So maybe I'm not in a really good position to help them out. Alright. They're trying to reposition. Oh my god, their strategy worked. Like, they got me with the reposition. If I hadn't chased them through that, then we might have been fine. Let's send them running. This is what I get for trying to get involved and help somebody out. I should have left them to their own devices. Let's try to leash them. See if that works. If I leash these guys, I'm probably going to drop them right back onto that human rogue or whatever he was. So I hope he's ready for that. There we go. we are capped out on herbalism. Gonna have to fix that really soon. Battle Mage, you tanked for the first time today and you loved it. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. I'm happy you had a good time. The world of Warcraft needs more tanks. That is basically always true. Seeing how big the bows and the guns are on the human model, I feel really gypped out of my time on the hunter. Playing on the Blood Elf with the Blood Elf's dinky little weapons. I didn't realize even the bows are actually enormous when they're rendered at their proper size. It's crazy. Alright, I think we're done up here. Yes, let's head back to town, get these ones turned in. Yeah, we need human hunters really badly. Oh, if I could make a human hunter, I'd probably play a hunter sooner rather than later. But, you know, my choices are Night Elf or Dwarf. And those are both okay choices. But if I could just do a human, I'd probably do that. How do I have my UI like that? Okay, so in Anniversary Classic, we have edit mode. And I have the code in my description that's like my basic layout. There's a big long code that looks like a bunch of nonsense. And you can copy that and you can go to import and you can paste that here. Now, depending on like your resolution and stuff, it might not look exactly like this. You might still have to go into edit mode and like move some stuff around to your liking. But it'll give you like a base to start with. But yeah, all this is just done through edit mode. You can move anything around, you can control the sizing of certain things. You have a lot of very specific control of the minutiae with the new edit mode.
How are you? Safe travels.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back on the Warrior. Warrior's always fun.
Well met.
And you know, we'll do another hunter someday, but
Honor, friend.
it's gonna be down the road. I think I want to do either a warlock or a shaman after the warrior. Or even a mage. A mage has been on my mind a lot too.
Greetings. For the
And I don't play a lot of mage at all.
Go with honor, friend. Light bless you.
Now, how many of these characters will I get to level in Anniversary TBC, and how many will I get to level up in Anniversary Wrath? Who knows? Guys, I am out of time for today. It has been a really chill stream. I have really enjoyed my time, and thank you all very much for hanging out with me today and for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on tomorrow or not. I may be. If I am going to be on, I will schedule the stream as soon as I know that for sure. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, I would love to see you again on Monday. Thank you guys again. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.